Okay, so I just gave you the cut list. You need to pause that and jot down in a little notebook the measurements that you need for your project. I've pre-cut mine. So out of the cardstock, the artisan cardstock, you need one base piece that is 10¼ inches by 7. So I'm going to move my other pieces out of the way. I'll label them all so don't get mixed up. And go ahead and grab your scoreboard. And I like to use a stylus for scoring with a rounded tip so it doesn't tear my paper. So let's take this one, and you're going to put the 10¼ inch side in at the top, and you're going to score at 5 and 5¼ That gives you that 1/4 inch space there on that one side. Now then I'm going to go ahead and turn these over and burnish this to get my little 1/4 inch gusset. At least that's what I call it. I know some people call it different things. I don't. Space, spine, maybe. So score both lines so that it will have its positioning here. I have to play with it a little bit. There we go. So that's your base of your little folio. Lay that aside, and then we're going to take, we have 2 flaps. These are both cut 5½ by 7 inches long, which is the height of the book. And we're going to put our 5½ inch side in at the top and score at 1/2 inch. This will be our connecting hinge for the flaps. Again, the 5½ inch at the top, score at 1/2 inch. Just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and fold and burnish. And you might want to do this both directions, fold it back over, because this is a piece that's going to be folding back and forth. So go ahead and burnish that. Fold it back the other way. And back. Now then, in mine, on the inside, go ahead and open this up, I have on one flap 2 doors. So you're going to open it up like that. So the doors are 3 inches by 7. 3 inch by 7, 2 doors. Put your 3 inch piece in at the top, score at 1/2 inch. Score at 1/2 inch. Whoops, make sure you're on 1/2 inch. Yeah. And then again, fold and burnish. These are real quick to put together, so if you need a quick gift for any occasion, this would make a fun gift to give, kind of like a fancy card, place for photos. Then you're also going to need 2 pieces for pockets. These are 2 at 5 inch by 3 inch. No scoring on those. Those are the pockets for inside this flap right here. 2 double pockets. And then I didn't do the measurement on this one. This is just a cut apart, matted to some of the cardstock, scrap of cardstock, and the cardstock is going to be 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. You cut it to fit your cut apart, whichever one you choose to use. And I did use a magnet here and here, so you would put these on before you add any pattern paper. You would add your magnets. So that holds it like that. And then of course it opens up this way and this way. And this is just a little tuck spot in here with some of the scrap paper and one from the, a border from the sticker strip. Now to assemble, I've got my base piece opened up, and I'm going to push it up all the way to the top of my scoreboard with my mat. And you take one of your flaps, and I'm going to go ahead and scoot this to the side here so that it's lined up on the side as well. And you're going to attach this folded flap hinge right here on the left side. Now then, this is when you need to look and see. If it comes over too far, you may have to trim this. I'm going to wait and do it after I've attached to check it to see, and then if I need to, I will trim just a tiny bit off. So I'm going to grab my art glitter glue, and this is a new bottle, so it's usually a little thinner, so be very careful if you have a new bottle. I don't know why, it just takes it a bit to thicken up. And I'm going to put this down right here, line it up, the top and on the edge. So my glue did drip on there. Get you a dry wipe and burnish that down. Let's see how we got inside. Wipe the glue off. Okay. Take my bone folder and just burnish that. So there's that flap. So if it still closes okay, then you may not have to trim that. So now we're going to do the other side. I'm going to push this up here on the right. Take my other hinge, add the glue, and we're going to attach this so that the fold of the hinge is to the right along the cut edge of your base. So make sure it's lined up. Mine's off a little bit. So right quick before it dries, I'm going to lift it up and reposition that there. Oops, make sure it gets all the way over. We want it even. Okay. And burnish. Okay. Still off just a little bit here. It's early in the morning. Maybe I don't see so good early in the morning. So let's line that back up. So you do have a few minutes with the glue if you work quickly to reposition it. So there's a booklet and it closes just fine. Okay, so now we're ready to add our other elements. So let's take the doors. So we open this up and our doors are going to go on the front of this flap right here. So of course we've already got our hinges done. So open this up. And I'm going to push this to the side so I can use this to line up. Let me slide this down towards me a little bit. So it's going to go right there. And I'm going to check to make sure everything's going to fit just fine. Okay, here we go. Some glue. Get my white candy. Now let's line it up here at the bottom all the way to the side. Okay. Bone folder and burnish. Okay. This is still the front side of the flap. I was just making sure it's not stuck. And I'm going to open this up so that I can line it up here on the side. Here's my one door. And this is going to go over here. Okay. The glue on the hinge. There's your door. So open it back. This is where the door is on the inside. Then you have your flap here. You would put your magnet here and then find your cut apart that you want or closure type you want, and you would put the magnet on the back side of that. So I'm not adding a magnet because this one's going to be done when I finish it with different paper, since I've already done the one with the Let It Snow. So next, let's do our pockets. So these go on the inside of this right flap. These are flat pockets. So you're going to have one here at the bottom, and then one here, right there. Now, what I did is I did mat this part, this top part, first, before adding the pockets. I am not going to be matting mine right now, so I'm going to leave mine unglued just a little bit so that I can slide it in. But I do want to show you where to put the pockets. So you put your glue, line of glue on each end, short end, and then across the bottom, like that. And then you're going to attach this flush to the cut side and right along the bottom. Make sure you line up here so that you have a little bit of gap right there. You don't want it to go into that fold. So burnish that down. Gives you your pocket here. And then your other decision is, do you want this pocket to be a short one, or do you want it long? If you want it long, with a long tag goes all the way down to the second pocket, you would leave the bottom open. I'm going to close mine off, so I'm going to do the same thing. Glue on each end, short end. That's the sides of the pocket, and then one across the bottom. And then I'm going to line this up the same way, just at the top of this pocket right here. It's kind of hard to see. Oops, don't want that much glue there. Okay, line it up where it stops at your pocket. Okay. All right, knock off all that glue, and let's burnish it down. Oh, I was going to leave the top open a little bit, so I'm just going to pull that up so that I can get my matting in underneath there. Okay, so there you go. That's your little folio. It's got the 1/4 inch on the side. The hinges, page flaps, and pockets take up the other, balance it out. Now, if you want to add ribbon, what I did with mine is I patterned mine. I add the ribbon so I could wrap it all the way around underneath the matting. You could add your ribbon now if you wanted to. And that's pretty much it. This is ready for you to decorate. Have a great day. Enjoy yourself. Happy crafting. Oh, and be sure to shop at countrycraftcreations.com for your supplies. You can get this Cartabella Let It Snow collection right now, and any other beautiful collections she carries. Tamara carries lots of new collections all the time, and so you'll find exactly what you're looking for. Also, you want the artisan cardstock because it is the strongest that I have found, and it works beautifully with your projects. And I want to thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and click on that bell so you know when my next project is ready. Thanks. Bye-bye.